For centuries, Rome's greatest strength was its army. It conquered rivals, defended borders, enforced order. But one reform quietly changed who the army belonged to. And once that happened, Rome never truly recovered. In its early centuries, Rome's army was not a professional force. Soldiers were citizens. They supplied their own equipment, served temporarily, returned to the farms after campaigns. Their loyalty was simple: to the Republic, to the land, to the Rome itself. The army existed to protect the state, not to rule it. This system worked until Rome expanded too far to sustain it. By the late Republic, Rome faced a problem it could no longer solve with tradition. Continuous wars meant longer campaigns, distant frontiers, years away from home. Small farmers couldn't survive that. Many lost their land while serving. Others were forced into cities, unemployed and angry. At the same time, Rome needed more soldiers, not fewer. The old system was breaking. Around 107 before the Christ, a general named Gaius Marius introduces a solution. He opened army recruitment to the landless poor. For the first time, the state supplied equipment. Service became long-term. Soldiers relied on pay and rewards. This was revolutionary. It saved Rome's manpower crisis. It professionalized the army. It made Rome stronger in the short term. But it changed something far more important. Under the new system, soldiers no longer depended on Rome for their future. They depended on their general. Generals now promised regular pay, loot from the campaigns, land after service. The army stopped being a civic duty. It became a career, and careers follow opportunity. Rome's Senate still controlled the laws and finances, but generals now controlled something else: trained armies, veteran loyalty, battlefield legitimacy. Political disputes were no longer settled by debate, they were settled by force. The army had become a political tool. Men like Sulla demonstrated the new reality. For the first time in Roman history, a general marched his own army on Rome. This was once unthinkable. Now it was possible because soldiers followed commanders, not institutions. Once the precedents existed, it couldn't be undone. No one understood this system better than Julius Caesar. His soldiers were paid by him, enriched by him, loyal to him personally. When Caesar crossed the Rubicon, his army crossed with him. Not because the Republic ordered it, but because Caesar did. The Republic did not fall that day, but it fractured permanently. Later reforms tried to restore balance. They failed. Once soldiers expected pensions, land grants, personal loyalty rewards, there was no returning to a citizen militia. Every ambitious politician now needed an army. Every army needed a patron. Civil wars became inevitable. Roman Empire was born not from collapse but from exhaustion. After decades of warlord conflict, Roman accepted centralized rule, not because they wanted an emperor, but because they wanted stability. The army no longer defended the state existed to manage the army. Rome didn't fall because it reformed its army, it fell because it changed who the army belonged to. Short-term solutions solved immediate crises, but they rewired incentives forever. Power didn't disappear, it relocated. Rome built most effective army of its time, and in doing so it created the very force that dismantled its own political system. Some reforms save a system, others change it beyond recognition. Hit like and subscribe, and next time we look at another reform that meant to save the empire and why it accelerated its decline instead.